For our Tai Chi practice today, we want to find ourselves where we're comfortable, whether we want to have footwear on or bare feet, and just make sure we have a little bit of space around us to move. And if we are a little bit more limited on space, just know that we can always, if we're moving in a direction, say walking forward or backwards, we can just change our direction and turn around or reset our stance to manage and work with the space that we have. So we always start our Tai Chi practice with an opening, which is for respect and honor. So we'll bring our right palm to our fist, right arm under left arm, left under right, hands on our thighs and taking a bow. And for our warm-up, we're going to start with our pushing chi. With our pushing chi, we're going to take a split stance to the side, and we want to press our arms forward, nice and gentle, feel that weight shift, and start to pull them back. And with all of our Tai Chi movements, we want to think about moving slowly through the air, starting to feel the energy, the flow around us. We can loosen up, relaxing through shoulders, through our hands, and just begin to find that flow of movement and breath. As we move into our bow and arrow, taking that same stance, we'll start to pull the back arm and sweep it around. So just like we were pulling a bow and arrow, again, we can let our hands be loose and relaxed. Feeling that weight shift between the forward foot and the back foot. As we step back into our forward stance, back into our pushing chi. Again, we want to press forward with our arms and pull back. So now we have the opposite leg forward. Remembering that we can take this pace slow and gentle, but one that matches our body and our breath. So whether we want to move a little slower, or maybe a tiny bit faster, but just finding that nice rhythmic flow, again, of movement and breath. As we transition into that bow and arrow, again, our back arm is going to pull back and sweep around. As we come back into our center stance, which we call our Wuji stance, with our feet underneath our hips. For our gathering and expanding chi, what we want to do is pull up through the center, nice softness to our knees, and start to spread the energy and arms around us. So again, a little squat, bend to the knees, pulling up, and allowing that to flow around. As we start to reverse that motion, doing our grounding chi where we start to press down and circling our arms up and out, pulling all that energy from around us and pushing it back down towards the earth. Take one more circling flow with this grounding chi. As we pause again here in our Wuji stance, we want to have our ball of chi where we have one hand palm facing up, the other one palm facing down, like we're holding that ball of energy. And it doesn't really matter which palm is which direction because we're going to switch them eventually halfway through. And as we feel a weight shift with our body weight from side to side, circling our arms. So like we're taking this ball of energy, circling down, around, up, and around, circling. And feeling that weight shift side to side, grounded in our feet. And then we'll take and switch our hands and switch our direction. Now circling the other way, and feeling that weight shift in our feet, body weight side to side, using our core to stabilize. And as we come back to center in our Wuji stance, we're going to do hip circles where we're going to place our hands either palms facing down, or if we want to face them outward, or any direction that's comfortable on our low back. Feet come a little bit wider. And as we soften our knees, we're starting to circle our hips forward, back, and around. We can take our torso backwards as our hips come forward, and take our torso forward as our hips come backward. Just using the hands lightly to our low back to support and stabilize. And then we can reverse that direction to the opposite way. We'll take just 2 more circles of our hips. Maybe a little bit bigger range of motion for this last one. And as we come back to center, our last warm-up exercise is called Heaven and Earth. And we're again in this Wuji stance with our feet underneath our hips, our knees are soft. And as we press one hand down, we're going to press the other one up to the sky, taking a little bit of a side bend stretch. And then we'll switch, pressing hand down as the opposite goes up to the sky. A little bit of lean sideways, up and over in our torso. And we'll do one more time on each side to create a little bit of balance. As we ultimately come back to center in our Wuji stance. Now as we move into our golden rooster stance on one leg, we want our Wuji stance. We're going to stand on one leg, for example, the right leg, lifting the left knee and pressing the palm down. And then we'll switch sides, standing on the foot, pressing the palm down of the lifted leg. And we're just feeling a step side to side. And then now that we have our weight shift, well, instead of taking that arm pushing down, we'll lift that same elbow up. Almost like we're doing a bicep curl, fingertips coming towards our ear or the side of our head. And then we'll start to alternate now, where we're going to lift our right knee, lifting the left elbow. And so now we're doing our opposite sides. We'll do one more. For our next walking chi, depending on where we have our space available, whether we're going forward or I'm going to go sideways, so finding the space that works for you. From our wuji, we're first going to lift our knee up, then we want to press our heel down, feeling a little weight shift forward and back, and then all the way onto that front foot. Again, lift the knee, heel presses down, feel a little weight shift forward and back. And then either we can continue walking, or if we'd like to turn around, take those same steps back and forward and back, and lift the knee. Feeling the strength on the one side. We'll do one more time. And as we finish this last step, we can bring ourselves back to our wuji stance for our brush knee. Feet a little bit closer together. We're first going to step out to the side, and the opposite hand is going to press down as we lift the hand same side to the bicep, and then we'll step in. So again, stepping out, palm presses down, bicep. Curl with the hand. We'll do one more, and then we'll practice the other side so then we can alternate. So now as we take and step this leg out to the side, again, opposite hand presses down, take that bicep curl, and back to wuji. Now we're going to alternate side to side, so a little coordination now. We'll do one more on each side. And for our snake, creeps, and pheasant stands, we want to take a split stance. For example, left foot forward, and then our right foot's going to be about parallel to the back. We're going to take a hook on our back hand. So the hook is you bring all your fingers together, make a little hook with your wrist. And then we're going to take and slide our hand down our leg. And then from here, we're going to step on the front foot, turn the knee and elbow come together. Back knee, back elbow. So again, hook, slide down the leg, stand onto the front foot, back knee and elbow. We'll do a last one on this side. Then we can just simply turn our feet. So this time the right foot will point forward, the left foot's parallel, and it's the back foot. Left hand, we make our hook, sliding down the front leg, standing onto the front foot, knee lift with the elbow coming to knee. Then we can come back to the center in our Wuji stance. And from here, for our single whip, we're going to take our hook, make that on our right hand. And we're going to lift our left knee, circle our left arm, and then as we land on our left foot, turning, rotating, pushing the right arm across as the left arm pulls back, palm up and elbow to side. So again, hook, lift the left knee, circle left arm, turn, push, and pull back arm. We'll do one more on this side. As we come back to our center Wuji stance, resetting for our other side. This time our left hand becomes the hook, lifting the right knee, circling the right arm, turning, pushing, and pulling the right elbow back. As we finish our last one, returning back to center in our Wuji stance. Now for Repulse the Monkey, we want to take a split stance, facing forward, left foot forward, the right foot can take that stance backwards, about parallel, perpendicular to the front foot. We're going to take our arms out like a T, and then we're going to take and float our back arm forward, turning and stepping backwards. Split stance, floating the front arm as we pull the back arm. As we come back to center, we will switch our feet. This time the right foot's forward. Split stance, arms out like that T. Back arm floats forward, turning and stepping back. We'll do one more on this side. And then depending on the space we have available, we're going to walk backwards for a number of steps, then turn around and walk back. So if we have the ability to walk a little bit forward, if not, we can still stay with that single side leg. So we'll start with our left foot forward. Again, arms out like that T, floating and turning to step back. And now the left arm floats and we turn to step back. And then we can either walk back forward, or if we have comfort, just turning around. So again, left arm forward, back arm floats as we pivot and turn. As we come back to center in our wuji, for our last hand, our waving hands like clouds, we want a wide stance, so feet wider than our hip distance, and we want to have that ball of chi in front of us, and making sure we're nice and relaxed with our hands at chest height. And from here, just a loose movement forward and back, just like the clouds. As we start to flow those hands back to chest height into our chi ball, we can step in, and our closing is just the same as our opening.